Welcome back for more Elden Ring, ladies and gents. Hope you're doing well. My name is Lewis, aka Manyouaman here. So today in this episode, we are going to explore the Mountaintops of the Giant further. There are still a lot of map fragments that we haven't found, we haven't discovered. So in this episode, we're going to find all of them and hopefully get to explore a little bit more on what the mountaintop can provide, and also plenty of action, plenty of boss fight, and plenty of me mucking around as well, of course. So that being said, Mountaintop of the Giant, what is there to give apart from crap load of snow? It is a very cool aesthetic though, but this coming up is something very cool and reminds me of something that I needed to do.
Do you hear me? It is I. Latenna, we're almost there. Castle Seoul lies just off to the north, where the other medallion is housed. It will grant passage to the land of the healing tree.
The land to the healing tree. The land of the tree. So that actually reminds me a lot on what I should have done with Natellus' questline. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to find Castle Seoul. So looking around, just like, okay, Castle Seoul. Oh, okay, that's definitely Castle Seoul. I'm just like, okay, how do I get there? No idea yet, but we will figure out our way as always. We have all of these stone sanctuary guardian looking dudes in here as well. They're everywhere in this map because they're a giant. But you can see how much damage I'm doing though. I'm doing like 1,000 damage each. It's insane. They have a lot of health, but at the same time I'm trying to like use all my heavy attacks so then I get to stagger him quickly. The best thing to defeat these giants is to go for the critical attack. So in order to go for the critical attack, you need to stagger him enough with hopefully heavy attack. I don't know why sometimes I'm just being silly and just not looking at my health and just get down to really low health and that. So eventually I got my soul and I defeated a giant. As you can see, I got more soul than ever. Running a little bit further, we'll see these bats enemy fighting against a demi-human. And to be honest, looking at my health now, my health is fairly large, but in this area I can only, even for lesser enemy like that, I can only tank like 3 or 4 attack max. They still hit me hard. And I'm wearing the scaled armor, the one with the cape and heavier defense as well. So, oh no, I'm wearing the bard armor actually. So, and when someone get very close to me, they will get damage as well. So that is the bard armor. He was just meditating in the corner for some reason, just not bothering to look at me. This is where the bow and arrow is starting to feel a little bit weak, let's just say, because they weren't doing a lot of damage to the bat enemy, and they have a lot of health. That's the caveat. You can see that I'm also using my Serpent Bone Blade as well. So I improved that, and it is a great sword. It does really good physical damage, and it gets people poisoned quite quickly as well, especially people with very minimal poison resistance. Shack of the Lofty managed to find the traveling maiden rope and the gloves and the boots and the hood. So Maiden traversed the lands between for different reasons, some to seek audience with the fingers, others to find Tarnish, who they were destined to guide. So depending what what the maidens' objectives is. Most of them probably just gonna try to find a guide. So me looking over there, the oak tree is something that I want to go into, but before then I need to figure out kind of like where I could go. And I find the Stargazer Ruins. Not much really here, but it is regardless a very interesting ruin for one very particular reason that we'll see a little bit later on. But otherwise it's not really that special. Not a lot of enemy here. Sister, where did you go? This reminds me of Fatal Frame 2, the Crimson Butterfly.
We go to see the star.
Sister, where did you go? So obviously this is the jellyfish, and I was looking around my inventory. I'm just like, ah, damn, I don't have the spirit ash for the jellyfish. So the jellyfish, you got given that by Roderica at the beginning, and I came back, grabbed the jellyfish, and this is where the sister.
You find me here. No time to waste.
Let's see the stars. Very cute. Very special. So we got a little emote, fancy spin. Really cool, really cool. So this breaks the seal to get down to this treasure room, because otherwise you can't get down until you've done that little quest. I wouldn't even say it's a quest, a little favor. So the Primal Glimstone Blade. So the Primal Glimstone Blade is a talisman which reduces the FP consumption of sorcery in incarnation at the cost of maximum HP. So you put that on, maximum HP reduced, but you also reduce the amount of focus point you use on some of the sorceries or incantation. So especially good when you got some really powerful sorcery, but you haven't exactly got the FP for it. Oh, you don't have enough like FP for multiple use, then you can use that to extend it a little bit. So going across the bridge, there's these like big skeleton fucker. They hit hard and they just come out in random. You don't really know exactly where he is or what they were doing. They're just phantom, right? I managed to kind of stun him with my R2, but really he has shit tons of health as well, so that's not really helping. I don't think he's managed to hit me just yet, but it's just annoying. It's one of those just like you don't know where he's gone, where he's going. Now he hits me, look at that. One more hit and then I'll be done for. Double drink, always love a double drink. Good swing, Luke. So almost killing him. He has such a long health bar, man. That's crazy. The little after roll stabbing attack, not really doing too much. But there he is. That's the. After killing him, I got absolutely no runes. That I know that okay, someone is summoning him. It's not worth the time smacking him too much because yeah, there's no benefit whatsoever in doing that. So strong foe down below. Strong foe indeed. I do believe that the strong foe is a very strong foe. I have a huge amount of trouble fighting that foe. But before we go down there, we're gonna look around the other area first. I don't think I went down there. Yeah, no, I didn't. So So I know these skeleton guy doesn't give me any health or anything like that, so any rune. So I'm just like, you know what, I don't care. So the bee's eye is quivering. We got the snail enemy. We've seen the magic skin of them, the magic variant of them. But that's the more kind of skeleton, more death-looking variant that we haven't seen before. So it's just all going well. Or just, you know, if you look ahead, that's where we need to go. There's a like a bowl on the background, like a bowl-shaped thing. That's where we needed to go. And after doing some more exploration, managed to find a site of grace. And at the beginning, I was looking at this oak tree. I want to go to this oak tree to see if I can find some more golden seed or just find some more tears, some key items that I needed, basically. So after, you know, this map is all like kind of high elevation, and then there's like a lower elevation. This is the very cool tower in a minute that we're gonna get into towards the end of the episode, and it's really cool. It's really cool to unlock it. There's way to unlocking these bits, and definitely very cool. So near the oak tree, of course, there's gonna be an oak tree avatar. So I was really excited because you know, I like fighting these guys, and after a few hits I was like, damn, these guys are pretty strong in terms of their health bar. But I managed to poison them. You can see like every second I'm taking about 30 health point out, which is not bad at all when you let the poison do its damage. But it's definitely not a quick solution. I'm not too sure if there's any weapon that will do Scarlet Rot. I think it does. I think there are weapons that do Scarlet Rot. So after roughly about half health, he decided to call one of his mates, summon one of his mates. So now there's two of them, and I'm pretty good with one of them. But when there's two, that's a bit shit. It's a bit of a shocker. Luckily, I don't have too much rune on me, so I know that I can, you know, if I die, I die. So, which I almost did. Managed to dodge that one, but not the other one. Yeah, it just two of them just bashing on me. That was just unfair. Simple as that. That was just unfair. So, after equipping myself more, I got the talisman that increases my my equip load, so then I can wear the Radagon set, providing increased defense. But I got rid of the cape, so there's you can alter your garment to get rid of the cape. It makes the armor slightly lighter, so that your defense is not as good. But it also change the look of the item. So you see that I was doing my double slash with very high success until the second guy just decided to slam his hammer down to do the orb attack, and once that rocket was coming down, there was no chance for me to do anything. So I put on a better shield. So this is the brass shield that have a lot more shield stability. Still using the Serpent Bone. I wanted to use this Serpent Bone blade. I know my Uchigatana definitely a good weapon to use. My dual wield Uchigatana is probably the best, but this is where I wasn't entirely sure whether it's worth it or not, because against two bosses like this, all you need to do is to draw one of them out, so then you can try and defeat the other one. It's easier said than done, obviously, because the bosses are very aggressive. So by using the ledge, I was hoping that, okay, maybe I can get some range attack in, cheese it a little bit, and then hopefully one of them will come down and one of them will de-aggro. I don't know how the aggression will work, but it seems like my range attack, you know, doing 187 damage, which is not bad. I was hoping that, okay, maybe I can draw one of them down, which I did, and this is where I knew I can't fuck up this one, because I draw one of them and I know that this is it. This is my moment, right? This is my moment to shine. So this orb attack runs sideways. One against one, I am very confident that I can kill him. Probably 10 out of 10 with any weapon. So I start seeing all the demi-humans coming in as well. So I started panicking a little bit. But luckily some of his attack did kill them. So you hear the little cheat sound, which means that it actually did hurt him. But luckily he got that one as well, because I think he would have disrupted me with my healing. So he's poisoned, but I mean he hasn't got long to live anyway. So I managed to get one kill, and that's it. The other, I don't know what happened to his other phantom, you know, his other buddy. But all we needed to do is just to kill one of them, so that's enough. About 70k, not a lot of rune as I thought it would be. And I got the somber smithing stone 9, so I decided to use that on my Godslayer greatsword, because my black bow is already +9. So there's nothing else that I want to do. So back to the Stargazer Ruins. Not much is here, but this is where there were two bridges. So I went through the north bridge and I came back out using the west bridge, or the east bridge, because of the oak tree. So basically doing the whole circle. So now I'm running back to this bridge, and sooner rather than later the skeleton will appear. But this is the skeleton that I defeated once, and it gives me absolutely no rune or whatsoever. But instead of going around, I need to go down, because apparently there's a strong foe down below. So just try to carefully go down, not trying to be a barbaric. Try fire. I start seeing a lot of blood stains, and of course this is another boss. So the Death Rite Bird. This fucker is so annoying. This boss is one of the most annoying boss. Is one of the most challenging boss throughout my first playthrough. I hate this boss, and it's like a love-hate relationship. You know, I think he's really cool. I think he's really difficult. I would love to know what his lore and story behind the character. But some of his magic is fucking OP, man. For some of his attack, it's just so powerful. And guess what? It does have a grab attack, but it wasn't the grab attack that was the problem. I think it was the one of his magic AoE that was the biggest problem. And the fact that my weapon, I know I'm using the Serpent Bone Blade, but what my Ichitana eventually doesn't really do that much damage regardless. So that's the grab attack. So the grab attack is devastating, got me to very low health, but it didn't instantly kill me. But yeah, so it was the grab attack that I need to avoid, that I'm really crap at avoiding grab attack, especially quick ones like that. And then secondly, attacks such as the AoE attack that I just couldn't avoid. So what I did there is I just legged it. I know that he was really good, and I was just not prepared. And I know the castle is very close by, so I decided to just basically leave the fight. I just left the fight and went to Castle Seoul because I know this is my primary destination for now. And the boss, the aggro, and I'm safe. Yeah, a bit of a coward way out, but the fact that I ran away is also because I got 76,000 souls of runes, and I don't want to lose all those runes. That's basically it. You can see that I was 76,000 and only needed 2k more to level up, so why waste that? Because it's probably going to take you half an hour to gain those souls back. So, and after coming into this area, I realizes that I need more health. My character needs more health, and that's exactly what I've done. So just tweaking some of the talisman. After using the runes, I feel a lot more comfortable. The magic he does is magic attack, even though it looks kind of like a flame kind of thing, a blue flame kind of thing, but it's not a flame attack. I believe it is a magic attack. But this is just the second time facing him. I still don't know all his moveset. He hasn't done the AoE attack yet. He tends to do that after you get him down to half health. But it was a really cool boss regardless. A cool boss, but annoying boss. You can see that I switched to my Ushitana now. With the Blood Flame Blade, trying to see if he get bleed. Trying to see if I can do enough damage to bleed. So whenever he does the grapple attack, he will step back, he will scream, and then he will do the little chicken head attack to grapple me. So this is the third round, because you know the first round I kind of ran away. The third round, luckily there's a Stake of Marika there. The third round just didn't go well. The fourth round, I got punched, well, I got headbutted, and I got headbutted to death. Almost. There you go. I was literally on 1 HP. So, yeah. All the other attack is fine. I'm fine with all the other attack, but it was just... Man, it was this AoE attack that's like... just quite bullshit, because it does an area of effects damage. That is quite painful. It's like you're stepping on lava, not ladder. Again, the AoE attack defeated me, and then again the AoE attack. This time I have a lot more health, but literally I stayed there for 1 second and it just took my health out. Completely took my health out. And yeah, it's insane. Like, this character is insane. Another magic attack that I didn't manage to evade. So this kind of blue fiery looking thing, it does frost damage. So frost damage, if you get frostbitten, not only you'll get taken out a lot of your health, but also you will be your defense will reduce. But look at that though. I think the holy blade definitely do a lot of extra damage, because you can see that my serpent bone blade and the combination of the Ushitana with the holy attack, that it literally did 2k attack using the 4 combo. It's insane. There you go. Another 4 hits, and that was 2k. This character, this boss have a lot of health. Crap ton of health. There you go. So this attack looks bullshitty, but it's actually alright if you just start to run back. It's cool as hell though. This is a really cool boss. That's why I have a love-hate relationship on that. Some of his attack is a bit bullshit because it's just so OP, but he's so cool. There you go. The lock-on sometimes just ruins things, man. 4k damage! And that, luckily, the AoE attack, the flame didn't go into where I was standing. So that was one lucky point. So that I should have been dead on that one. But luckily I rolled out of the flame right at the end, which makes it really lucky. So my holy blade is gone, but I'm still managed to do 2,410 damage. So this is where I started to kind of, I had a really good progress, but I started to panic a little bit, starting to be a lot more passive. So I know that I need to get in there, because I ran out of flasks. That's the thing, I ran out of flasks. I tried to drink, but then it was like, oh shit, there's nothing left. So I wasn't aware that I ran out of flasks. So I used the overhead attack, and I used another overhead attack. And you can see I'm trying to spin around my character in a motion of happiness, because you guys have no idea how long I tried this boss. I think it was definitely about 15 to 20 minutes I was trying that boss. It doesn't sound long, but for sub boss like that, it was difficult. But yeah, it was a fun boss. Really good job. I've never seen him again, so he wasn't a duplicate boss in a way. So another thumbs up for that. So in the last episode, we start seeing a lot of duplication in bosses, right? In the last 2 episodes, we'll say. So this one is unique. This one I've never seen before and never seen again. So good job on that one. And with 77,000 rune, I just need to pop another rune and level up again. And what is there to level up but health? Because my dexterity is good. I don't need to improve my mind. I don't really need to improve my faith or my arcane. So at the moment, that's why I've been putting a lot of points into my health, because I feel like I started to need a little bit more. As a dexterity build character, I know I didn't really need that much endurance. So my stamina is okay, my equipment load is okay. It can 100% do with more endurance, so then I can have more equipment load, but that is not too bad. So we can see that after that fight, I got rid of my blood flame blade, and I only had the order blade. Because like I said, I know the blood flame blade is really good, but it's one of those incantations that I feel like I was using a lot. So that's why I gave up on doing that. So there was 2 beasts, all of these dog beast looking guy. Very cool character, definitely. But luckily the second one only got half health. And when they are doing the breath attack, it has such a large opening for you just to rain in on him. But once again, the double sword come into play. So the serpent bone blade, I think at the moment is +8, and Uchitana, the both sword was just matching in terms of, or almost matching in terms of the physical damage, because for a very long period I stopped upgrading my Uchitana, because Smithing Stone 7 and Smithing Stone 8 is very hard to come by. So that's why, and you need plenty of them to upgrade them as well. So each level needed, each level of Smithing Stone you need 2 Smithing Stone. For +1, +2 you need 4, and then +3 you need 6. So I was starting to get quite dry on those high grade level ones. The Stormbird, fucking hate them. Fucking hate the Stormhawk. They are one of the most annoying enemy in the game, common enemy in the game. Right up there with the rats, right up there with the dogs. It's just, I think the Stormhawk is even worse because they're sometimes so hard to hit, but they hit you so hard and they go so aggressive. So all of these blob enemy, even these like little slug enemy giving me like 212 runes, so you know that you're into a place where you need to level up basically. 212 is nothing because it costs me about what 83k for the next level, so it's getting harder and harder to level up. I bloody hate these soldiers because they just literally do nothing but teleport all the bloody time, and there's someone throwing a very accurate firebomb and a ballistic, an explosive ballistic with that. But after them zigzagging, that was some good zigzag movement there, I must say so myself. But another ballista, unfortunately, trying to trick me. So this time I'm trying to use my bow and arrow, which I don't know why I try to use a bow and arrow. But I was just missing, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go in. But going in without a shield, that was stupid. So now, oh, and then he's gone. That was quite cheeky actually. You can barely see him until he started attacking, and then he reappears again. So that was cheeky, but yeah. So there's a ladder there. Going down will unlock a shortcut, and also there's a painting. And also in this room, I was being so stupid. In this room, is it this room? In one of the room in Castle Seoul, I believe. Oh no, it's not in here. In one of the area in Leonia, in the Karian Manor, there's a legendary weapon called the Sun and Moon Sword or something like that. And I was in that room during my playthrough, and I just completely missed that chest. It was a legendary weapon that I would have quite liked to use as well. It would have been one of the first boss, like special weapon, not boss weapon, but special weapon that I was gonna use, because it was actually really cool. But I missed it, stupidly missed it, because it was kind of like a secret passage that you need to jump, and then you go down the ladder, and then once you go down the ladder, you kind of unlock some sort of shortcut. In my playthrough, if you go back and watch my playthrough, I was so focused into opening the shortcut without really looking into the room properly, because I thought the only purpose for that room was to open the shortcut, and I never went back there until I was getting my trophy. So there's only 2 trophy left on this on my Elden Ring PlayStation 5 version, is the becoming Elden Lord and unlocking the Frenzy Flame ending. So only those 2. The trophy is insanely easy to get for Elden Ring, I must say. Compared to like all the other Dark Souls, I think Elden Ring has became the easiest. Yeah, I would say Elden Ring is the easiest game to unlock the trophy. Easy to a certain degree, I guess, because there is a demigod that you need to defeat that is the hardest boss in the whole From Software history. But apart from that, everything else is absolutely fine. So we defeated these medallion, I think they call, before, and basically it let you duplicate the boss soul. So yeah, that's cool. It can be a bit annoying that every time they're running around the bell ring, so that's why I went and kind of stopped that. So this is the Stormbird and the wolf, and that's too much. Stormbird and the wolf is enough to kill me in this area. So another. Oh, there's a chain on his wing. That's kind of cool. So yeah, it just tells you how hard this area is. Castle Seoul. I actually don't know how much the Ordered Blade increases the holy damage, but I just feel like sometimes the holy damage is really good. It definitely adds different. It definitely adds like at least 30 to 40 points on the attack, which is really good. So this is me being stupid. I almost killed him, and I was just, again, I was rushing. I got 9 flasks. Instead of rolling away or run away from him, I didn't do any of that. I was trying to go for a Hail Mary strike, and ended up losing that fight. That's the problem though. That's the problem that they have. You can't really circle them too much for the backstab, because they would just teleport right in front of you. Timely dodges is also really good. So I managed to get the Banished Knight armor. Their armor is actually really good. Provide higher defense to my current scale armor, but heavier, about 3 kilo heavier. It looks cool though. So, but not everything looks cool means that it is good in a way. So going down to this area of major nothingness, really. There could be some other items there, but I decided not to pursue it. It's not going to be a secret good enough for me to help me defeat the boss, right? So yeah, so that area I didn't go through. Finding a site of grace. None of these doors open, and we are in kind of like a church area of Castle Seoul. So those Banished Knight definitely difficult to kill. Oh, great son, surrender yourself to the eclipse. To the Eclipse Shotel. I think the Shotel will be a pretty good weapon for my assassin build, actually. The good thing is, like, I had a taste of using strength weapon in terms of the colossal greatsword in the Godslayer greatsword. So this is where, you know, just running into a room without looking at messages scattered around the room will give you basically death. Now these Banished Knight with the dual wield sword, they are the worst enemy. They are look at the attack. Look at him swinging the sword. They are ridiculously strong. But this area, basically, if you kill those guys, the cage guys who has been screaming for extra help, then that whole area is actually safe. So I just use my arrows, shoot them down, 2 or 3 arrows, and they'll die. And this is basically the shortcut. And you saw the boss room earlier before I got the lift down. I got the foul calling remedy. So back to the slugs, and yeah, we've been through this area already. I know where we were originally, but just to confirm that I did go into the same room. So that's one way to go to the boss, using the lift, because you can go through the main gate and you can avoid all the enemies basically. So before trying out the boss, I want to once again just explore the rest of the areas, just explore rest of the area. I didn't even explore the whole entire room in that room until a little bit later, but that's just me. That's just my how my head work. My mind's in a different place. So yeah, Castle Seoul. This is Castle Seoul. There's, you know, plenty of castle in Elden Ring, and this is one of them. It looks pretty cool. I think it's one of the smallest. It's not really that big. Not really that big to explore. You know, my first time exploring this place, it took me about kind of half an hour. Half an hour to 40 minutes. The boss in here is definitely incredible. You can see that my smithing stone, I got 3 of them, which is excellent. And also telling you to, hey, you need to improve your sword, mate. Got more rune arc. But again, on the top left, you can see that my rune arc is not activated. Because if it is activated, it will be bright and it will lit up. Look at that, that's crazy amount of attack. Look at that. It's such a cool move though, but it hits so hard and it's just so unfair. 43k, I was not about to lose that. Not about to lose that. So I did manage to come back here with a bit of challenge, but after, that's the funny thing. After a couple of arrows, he just literally reappeared like right behind me. He could have easily backstabbed me, but yeah, that's when I was just like, holy shit, and I started panicking. I thought that's gonna kill me, but it didn't, so I'm all good. I got my soul. I avoided the dual sword bastard, because those dual sword bastards are fucking unforgiving. So I'm happy. I got my soul, you know, 50 grand. This is where, again, I wanted to check how much I need and pop the Lord Rune to help me level up, which I effing did. They're 50k, the Lord Rune. I can't remember where I got it though. I think I defeated one of the sub-boss and it just gave me a Lord Rune, which is very good. So that being said, I still got about 30k, well, about 20k on my possessions, so I decided to go back to the round table, use it up, buy arrow, buy smithing stone, whatever it is, just use it up. But what I didn't use up is rune arc, because even now, if I go back to my character, I will have roughly about 60 rune arc left in my inventory. Use it up, just use up the rune arc, it's so good. You can gain an extra 40 level by using the Godric Great Rune that I currently got equipped. So Commander Niall. Commander Niall, him himself is not really that difficult, but you just saw that there are 2 Banished Knights in, one of them have sword and shield, and one of them are twin sword. And it is so effing unforgiving, because I wasn't sure if I kill the Phantom, if I kill the Banished Knights, will they reappear again? I wasn't sure. and he's buffing him up. He's buffing him up with the attack power, so they do more attack. So the twin sword is also extremely aggressive. You can see it, he was just relentless. So yeah, after trying out my damage, which is not a lot, I decided to check out the other places first in the Mountaintop of Giant, and then I'll go back to Castle Seoul to finish what I started. But right now, all I wanted to do is to grab the map pieces and explore this area, open the map up, and see what the hell is happening. So this is a massive lake. That is a frozen lake, and when you appear in this, when you go to this area, there's often a snowstorm, so you can't see shit, basically, which you will see later. But here, just me chasing the bloody bug around. I guess sometimes it's cool, but it's just sometimes a bit annoying, I guess. I can imagine on the repeated playthrough can be a bit annoying. Those bug. But you don't need to kill every single one of them, you know, because not every single Ash of War will be of use. I only ever use about, what, 2 or 3 Ash of War? Ever? So, here's the snowstorm. So, I couldn't see shit. I couldn't see where I was going. I don't have a map. And this is where I was getting a little bit frustrated that, you know, I don't have the map, I don't have visibility, I don't know where the hell I'm going. So this is where I'm just following my marker, my blue pointer, and I was just going that way. I was like, I don't care, I'm going that way. In the hopes of that I get a map. Because once you get the map, it doesn't really matter if there's a snowstorm, right? So yeah, pretty cool area so far. It's just snow. It's just full of snow, but aesthetically, it's very pleasing. So I managed to find a cave, which is good because cave like this, dungeons like this, means that I will have a Site of Grace right in front of me. So I know this is like a good stopping point for me to come back to when I need to. So after riding through all sorts of areas, I came to this very cool looking chain bridge, and within that you can see my marker. Right in front of the Site of Grace, right behind the Site of Grace, is the map. So I actually run through quite a bit of area, to be fair. I cut out a chunk of just me running through the ice lake, and a few enemies and a town, a smaller castle. So this is where I'm marking down where I first see a dragon. So I saw a dragon. I literally just ran past him. He appeared in the mist of icy mist. So I just decided to, you know what, I just want to get the map fragment and see what the hell is going on. So I just ran. So this is majority of the map expanded, so there's only one map fragment left. So after that, at the end, the very south of the ice lake, there is a Church of Miracle. It was church looking on the map, so I know that there will be a sacred tear, and I desperately needed to improve my potency of my flask. So not knowing that I missed a sacred tear in Limgrave and Liurnia and one in Khalid, not knowing that I missed those 3, you know, I need to make do with what I got. So
spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
Yes, please.
In Marika's own words, hark, brave warriors. Hark, my lord Godfrey. We commend your deeds. Guidance hath delivered ye through each ordeal to the place ye stand. Put the giants to the sword and confine the flame atop the mount. Let a new epoch begin, an epoch glistening with life. Brandish the Elden Ring for the age of the Erd Tree.
So that's the beginning of a very good lore. So that was basically the beginning of the age of the Erd Tree as we know now. So this is the dragon. I am not doing a lot of damage at all. I get to him. You can see the snowstorm is really cool. It's very misty. It has the atmosphere, but the snowstorm will come and go every now and again. But you see that I'm not doing a lot of damage, and that's really worrying. So I started using, okay, what about the Godslayer greatsword, right? I managed to poison him though. You can see that he's ticking like 29 also health every second. But it's not going to be enough to kill him. I know that much. And one whack of my greatsword looks like it does a chunk of damage. So I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. 400 damage compared to 57 that I was doing. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to use this. I think because a lot of it was because of the fire damage, because it definitely has a lot of physical attack reduction with this dragon, I reckon. So what's doing the most damage, I think, is because of the fire element. You see 306, which is not bad at all. So the first time I see that dragon, I didn't fight him, I just ran. So that's what I did. A little bit of a frozen breath. See, I got frostbitten, so I lost a chunk of health. Not as much as bleed, but it also reduces my damage defense. So we can see that even though I blocked that, his attack took a chunk out of my of health. So if my free status continue to build up, I will continue to have a reduced defense until that build up go to 0, and that kind of resets everything. I was trying to quickly change stuff, but knowing that I would go into fat roll, I decided to just kind of put the equipment mode back on, because I didn't need the last talisman. And that's another bullshit AoE attack that I couldn't get out of. You just saw my character just got stuck in that being hit animation. So after defeating a dragon, I thought, hey, why not just complete this spirit caller cave. So I just saw that phantom go down. That's how I know that there's a trap in the middle. I literally just saw the phantom go down. So I'm just like, hell no, I'm not going there. But really, it's not that bad. So after defeating these wolves, I'm just like, okay, I'm not getting any runes, so I must have needing to kill this snail, which I did have to. So killing the snail will get rid of all the spirit ashes, all the summon, which is good, which is worth it. This is the summer fruit punch, really good. Maybe you need to find a drink that is like green. What is a green drink? Mountain Dew? Yeah, Mountain Dew is green. But yeah, if I put a green drink on with my green screen, the effects will be like I'm drinking my Leon City background. That would be funny. Or I can key in any drinks. I can key in like, I don't know, some eyeballs in there, some blood. But anyway, I digress. First off, slugs. So if you, if you do fall down in the cave, you end up being back there. So, so Inaba, the disciple of Okina. So he got some. So basically, what he did, the Ash of War, he stabbed himself. That Ash of War we literally just gotten from that bug in the ice lake. In the frozen lake. So in here, I don't know why I keep using the Godslayer sword, because it's probably not the best, not the quickest sword when there's so many phantom around. But I guess it does do stagger damage, so you can see that the wolf is getting staggered by it. But the problem is, if you have the snail, if you have the slug, it's just gonna keep calling for help. So I got the white reed armor, so I can see that I killed one of them. So this is where I'm just checking out where the other one is, where the other snail is. So it doesn't really matter how many of these spirits I kill. It just doesn't matter. So after killing all of them, is nice and quiet. So the very interesting that the white reed armor is the variant of my Land of the Reeds armor. So Land of the Reeds is like a Asian looking land, and it seems like Okina is one of the greatest swordsmen, and the white reed armor kind of a follower of the Okina clan, probably. But yeah, it's really interesting. The white reed armor, and then the Land of the Reed armor. So who are the reeds? What are is the reed region the same as the lands between, or is it the same as a Limgrave? So is it like a let's just say a land between is like a country, right? It's like a country. Is the reed a part of the country as well, or is it part just a region? So I don't know. I said it many times before that I want From Software to maybe dive into that area. I think that would be very cool, because they can do a little bit of an Asian touch, the Japanese touch, into the architecture and into the land, which is very different, a massive deviant to how the rest of the Elden Ring looks like. Nice. So Godskin Aposto. We fought these guys before. Another repeat. Latenna is doing really well fighting him. So yeah, nothing special really. These guys tend to typically they're fun boss. Again, they're fun. They're repeatable bosses. A reskin. Some of these are just the same skin but a little bit harder depending on the area that you go to. But you just saw that I'm absolutely rinsing him. But after that, there is, unfortunately, that's not it. There's a Godskin Noble. So these dudes I only fought like once in the Volcano Manor. So one of them in the Volcano Manor is pretty much the first area boss of that area. And the Godskin Noble is definitely better than the Godskin Apostle. All his attacks are a little bit more lethal as well. It's a little bit harder, and his rapier can be very quick as well. So unfortunately he went for Nutella there, and I just wasn't able to save her. So he's getting his black flame energy up. And this attack, I don't know how to dodge this attack. Because I thought I dodged it there, but I still managed to get rolled into. This one is easy, just an AoE attack. But yeah, that rolling attack, maybe I need to roll into it, but it doesn't make sense to roll into it. I think it makes sense to roll sideways, maybe on the left, so it doesn't affect it that much. But yeah, that slam attack is definitely something that's really easy to dodge. But his rapier can be quite tough actually. He does have a very quick rapier attack, like constant like jab 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 attack. So yeah, black flame. Yeah, that jab 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 is incredibly quick. Like jab 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 jab. So sometimes it messes with me. Yeah, this attack, I don't know. I was trying to roll backwards there and that didn't work. So maybe I need to roll left. So roll towards where his head was instead of where his legs are. Because his legs will still be spinning, but maybe his head wasn't. So this is where I don't have any Crimson Tears. You see me just going for it. But unfortunately he did a little force attack. So round 2, that wasn't too bad. I got him to very little health left. But unfortunately, during my boss run, I didn't defeat any enemies. So my Spirit Ashes, Latenna, is trying to fire at those NPC instead of trying to fire at him. So that's why she's firing at the door. Eventually, she will face her. Yeah, eventually after I die, she started to look at him. But no, it was. This is where I was just like, ah, shit. Yeah, I f up there. So the boss run, that did not go well. I literally just fell down the hole and died. So yeah, I was getting frustrated on the boss run. So this time I defeated all the enemy. I had drunk like 2 flasks and hoping to have some good success. So the first round was, I did really good on the first round. But this time I got my Holy Blade infused because the Blood Flame wouldn't really do a lot. Maybe the Black Flame Blade will do quite a lot, but like I said, the Black Flame Blade only lasts like 8 seconds. So see that that's a good amount of damage that I'm using at the moment. Miss my go ahead big shot, but managed to get him. It give you some time to kind of prepare for the next one. So if I got any kind of healing spell, which I do have some, with my level of my health, my level of faith, I could use a few of them. I could have healed up Latenna. I told you, man, Latenna is my waifu. She's been with me since the start, really. Really good. So at the start I was using a lot on the wolves. And then after, right at the start of Liurnia, I think, no, towards, when did I get, I think I got Latenna in like episode 9 when I was exploring Liurnia. But I'm not really, I don't really use a lot of Spirit Ashes anyway. So almost got the Godskin Noble, and again the overhead attack, did it once, and then overhead attack, did it twice, and it was easy. So this is where the snail comes up, and that is an easy kill. I don't know if he's actually around the arena. I don't think so, because I thought the first fight I kind of did run around the arena a little bit. I didn't see anything. But that's probably because I was running around, so that's why it doesn't count, it doesn't appear. But if I swing at the air, I might be able to hit him. So the last boss of this game is the dragon. So the dragon is not that powerful, but definitely have a lot of health. And definitely have a lot of defense as well, like I said. So I'm doing 333 damage. Not bad at all. And I think on this one, I knew from the get-go that, okay, defeating dragon, the best way to do it is to stay on the horseback. But you can see that I didn't have my lance talisman, which is my mistake. Because the lance talisman would have put another probably 20 health point per attack. That's how good the lance talisman is. Probably more, probably about 30. But yeah, I just know that in this fight it's going to be a little bit dragged out. But in order to do my best is to stay on Torrent. His mobility, his speed will give me the best chance to dodge all his like AoE attack and all his freeze attack. So I wasn't worried about this fight. I know that it's going to be a drag out fight, and I just know that I need to just move around. So that AoE, massive AoE attack like that, that's something that I needed to be careful of. And yeah, just fighting him on the ground wasn't a bad idea, but then I just know that, you know, I needed mobility. I needed mobility. So using one of the Crimson Tears to revive Torrent, because he actually got killed by the AoE freeze attack. And we just carry on, you know, we had a little bit of a setback, that's fine. Reset, run away, reset, heal up, you know, FP up, and all that jazz. And we go again, and unfortunately I got clipped by that breath attack. I was being a little bit too greedy. I got clipped by that breath attack a little bit, and I got clipped again. It's massive range, which is annoying. So now from 6 flasks I only have 3 more. It should have been breath attack that is easy opening to for me to attack, but that didn't happen. Luckily that breath attack only hit Torrent, not me. So whenever you drink your, I didn't know this until like very late in the game, whenever you drink your Crimson Tears, it also heals Torrent as well, which is a plus. So we don't need to feed him those berries. You can if you want to, because in a situation like this where Torrent is taking the hit but you not taking the hit, you could have just feed him those berries, those raisins, to heal him up instead of wasting your Crimson Tears. But I just thought, look, I'm in it to win it, so why not just have the Crimson Tears. So you're seeing that I'm doing a lot of good attacks now, but just back out a little bit, try to reset the fight, because he could go crazy any moment. And this is what I want, you know, a long delay in his attack. That's what I really want. So I know I got 1 Crimson Tear left, and he's doing the breath attack in another side. So this, I thought this is okay, there's time to eat the raisin. Time to eat the raisin because he's on the other side of the map. I know I got a huge opening. Let's fiddle around with the inventory. I know the raisin is always going to be the first one. So I just need to go down enough. So I was actually really quick in getting the raisin up, because I use the raisin sometimes, so I know exactly where it is. So he did his AoE attack, which was a bit unfair, to be honest. But that's okay. Whatever, that's okay. We're here to fight. We're not here to complain. But one main thing is that AoE attack got me stunned out of Torrent, so it got me off the horseback. But Torrent didn't die. So once again, I went down to the menu, gave him some raisin, because I can't let Torrent die. If Torrent die, I die in this fight. So I need to keep him alive. Try to do a strong attack, but mistimed that massively. That's why I never use heavy attack on horseback. I just feel like it's very slow, and I just can't time it correct. So the breath attack, you don't exactly know what the area effect is. So that's why I was running, like I was running a little bit further away at a bigger angle, and that's it. That took me quite a long time, but from the beginning, I know this is going to be a huge fight. I know this is going to be a long, dragged out fight. That's why I have a massive arena of the Ice Lake, and it was. And the Godslayer Greatsword did excellent amount of damage, massive thumbs up. And this is where I went complete defensive and no Lance Talisman, just put everything into my magic defense, my physical defense, everything. And I end up beating him with the swing of the Godslayer, timely healing Torrent through the Crimson Tears and also through the Raisins as well. That got me that victory against the boss, and that was really good. Thumbs up. 100k soul, so really good. So this magical tower, falling snow, marks something unseen. So all of these comments about, oh, there's a bridge, oh, there's a bridge, look at the bridge. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? But the first thing I see was a message. First thing I see was a message floating in the air. And I'm just like, huh, it's one of those, eh? So basically, the frozen message on the lake means that there is a hidden passage to get to this magical tower. It's the sorcery tower, whatever you want to call it. So you can see that I'm kind of looking around and see, okay, people say a bridge, but where the hell is the bridge? Like, what bridge is he talking about? And I'm just like, wait, that bridge? And then I start seeing the bloodstain, and once I saw the bloodstain, I'm just like, yep, there's definitely a secret place. I'm just like, oh, maybe here? No. So on the horizon, you see a very at the start of the broken bridge, and I'm just like, okay, I see a lot of bloodstain, I see a lot of messages, and people say seek bridge, seek bridge, seek bridge. I was like, a bridge, you say? So see, I'm just looking around. Like, this is where I'm just like keeping it authentic. I'm keeping it in. Like, I'm just looking around. He was fighting people and eventually died. So I'm just like, okay, what bridge? What bridge is he talking about? And then I look across and it's like, okay, cool. And I saw all those messages, and I saw that bridge. And I'm just like, oh, broken bridge. Because for some reason, I'm just like, I don't know, I was thinking about like a proper bridge, not a broken one. I thought, I don't know, this didn't look like a bridge for me at the start. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. There you go, I can step on it. And literally you just follow the messages. And that's why it's so good to have this server online, is that during offline you wouldn't be able to see all the messages, and you were being very careful. But with online, you have all these messages leading you to the right location. So there's a site of grace behind that tree that I missed, that I now know because I'm literally hovering around. And there is a golden seed there that, once again, I have not picked up. That I can go pick up. Is that the golden? Yeah, that's the golden branch. But once again, I don't need any more golden seed. But I didn't know at that point. I didn't know how many flask I can increase. So yeah, 14 is the definite maximum for all the characters. That made me panic a little bit when I was trying to get out of the telescope, and I just stepped back. I was like, holy shit, I hope it's not whatever. So that message say up. I wasn't sure what he meant. I thought, okay, maybe he means that I should keep going or something. So looking at the bloodstain, checking out some of them, see how they die. And this guy just turned around and he just fell to his death. This guy is very brave with turret, and he basically just jumped down to his death. This guy was firing arrow, and he stepped out a little bit too much, and he died. This guy's with the horse again, tried to jump to the other place and fell to oblivion. So yeah, so a lot of funny bloodstains to see how people kind of react to this gold place, and he just stepped out. He just like, I hate life. This guy again with the torrent, he just tried to do a high jump. That didn't work. So yeah, at this point I didn't know where to go. Hitting that doesn't work. So I wasn't sure where to go. You can see all those prism stone that I've been, not prism stone, that's Dark Souls, all those rainbow stone, and you can see that when I pan the camera forward, I'm just like, oh shit, there are some messages there. I'm just like, oh, I'm starting to see that bridge, right? I'm starting to see like, okay, there's something hovering there. There's some sort of a stone, not there because I get killed. So I'm just like, what can I do? Jump, obviously. So I jump exactly to that point. So I think you do have to jump regardless, because if you put down, if you walk, I think there's like a ledge. Basically, there's like a little step. So if you try to walk, you're not gonna walk into that. You're just gonna keep walking into that. So you need to definitely jump into the message. So with that in mind, I got to the tower, and yeah, that's a really cool little secret that I want to end this episode with. But unfortunately, once I got to this tower, there's this crazy enemy starting attacking me, and I haven't seen them in a while actually. These little robot thing. But no worries, when you get to go back to the tower, the lock is gone. The magic lock, the magic seal, whatever you want to call it, is gone. So you are safe to come back here and get my revenge. So this enemy, we've seen them around Khalid, and they are here once again, and they can be quite annoying at high level, obviously. They just, you never know what their attack's gonna be like. Their attack's gonna be constant, but my double slash on the serpent bone blade is definitely really good though. So yeah, after defeating that, I went upstairs, of course. I went upstairs and basically just grabbed I think it was another memory stone, if I remember correctly, and that's it. So with that being said, I want to end the episode here. After this was the annoying bit. I couldn't exactly grab the lost rune unless I'm like on the edge, because technically it was on the path. It was on the path. But yeah, that's all I want to show you guys in this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. A lot of things happen, a lot of great bosses, the dragon, the Death Rite Bird, and also checking out Castle Seoul as well, and that boss is gonna be really difficult to complete. But that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Click the like button to put a smile on my face. Subscribe to my channel for more things Elden Ring and any other games that I play. Stay safe out there, keep calm, and video game. Peace!